Hello guildies! First I'm going to show you how to create an item that when you click on it, you perform an action in \say, maybe let's say your faction's little greeting. So first we go over here to the end to create a new item. You have options to create standard, advanced, blah blah blah. I click advanced just because it helps me. If you're just starting out, you can also use this. So for right now we're going to let's try an advanced item just because I'm more familiar with that, and it'll be easier once you get the hang of it. So first we're going to create the item's little visualness icon and everything like that. So first let's name it Faction Greeting, just for simplicity. This is going to be a guild treasure. This will be for all of my faction members in Wanted, so it will start with blood, gold, and birds. When you use, it will say greet wanted, greet your fellow Wanted faction members. The item icon, so you have several options. You can kind of go through these, look at all the different types that there are. You can also search text, so let's say I want something that's similar to blood, I guess. We'll do this right here. This item will not be consumed, so that when you use it, it won't disappear, it'll stay there. This will be an uncommon item since it's guild treasure. Stack size, let's make it 5. And if you want people to copy it or edit it, you can check those. Personally, I don't, because I don't want people creating items without my permission or anything. So you click here, and this looks kind of complicated. It's got all these little drop downs and everything. If you want, for right now we're just going to do the expression. So when a player clicks on it, the item, you want it to do an expression, say, and the expression will say blood, gold, and birds. Let's say if you want there to be a delay afterwards, maybe you want to perform another action or something. Delays work best because, I'm gonna put this as 1 second. Delays work best when you're doing multiple actions. So you don't want to have everything pop up at the exact same time. So you can do delay in increments of 1 second, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and every after that is 5 seconds. So maybe after the delay we want there to be a buff. Let's say we want there to be a buff, and let me find the buff. Let's create a buff in a different window. So right now we're going to finish this item, and that will be the item, so that when you use it, blood, gold, and birds. Now we're going to create the buff that happens. Maybe it's, a guild pride kind of thing. So you go over here. This time it'll be easier to just create the buff in the simple action. So click buff, and it'll show up the same way as with advanced items and everything. It'll just have different second screen. So we'll do guild We'll do faction pride. This will be guild. We'll do guild treasure, I guess. Forgot how to spell treasure. The buff will be. Actually, no. That we'll end it there. The buff icon will be. Do guild. We'll do blue stars. Just for some, just because they're there. This will be an uncommon, just because I like uncommon. And we don't need to worry about the other stuff. So the buff name will be called Faction Pride. And I'm just going to go back here and actually put this as buff so that I know it's not an actual item. The buff details, so when buffs come up, this will be the white little text that's underneath it. You're showing off your faction pride. So this will be, let's say, this will be a magic buff type. The icon will be the stars. And this will be a helpful buff. It will cast on self. And, oops, and we'll make it last until my button's not working. Normally I would put lasts until canceled, except for one of the other items that debuffs I try to make not last until canceled, just because they're debuffs, so there's a reason why they're there. The duration, let's say it'll last for 2 minutes. And delay would be for if you want there to be delay after they use the buff. So this will be the buff. And we're going to go back into this item and edit it so that when you use this item, you'll also get the buff. So when you edit, use the edit button, click on that. After the delay of 1 second, and after, so you say the quote, you delay 1 second, and after 1 second, instead of using the item, it will produce the item. And this is where you loot the item, create the item, craft, receive, produce. It will create the buff, and then it will use the buff. There we go. I think that'll be better. So that when you use this, it will create it. Because the buff, I think it's because the buff isn't consumed. There we go. Alright, so when you use this, creates the item, then uses the item. Awesome. And there we have our first item. Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment or tell me to explain it better or slower. I apologize if I'm speaking too fast or going too fast. And I hope you guys enjoyed this.